welcome back to Googie's Kitchen. My name's Alexis and today I want to show you how to make my dad's roast chicken dinner with beer gravy from my new book, Gifts from Grandpa. Today I want to show you how to make my dad's roast chicken dinner with beer gravy, but before I do, if you are new to my channel, then hello and welcome. It's lovely to have you here, and if you love cooking videos and you want to see more like this one, then I upload every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 AM, so please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. As I just mentioned, today I want to show you my dad's roast chicken dinner with beer gravy. Now this recipe is in my new cookbook, Gifts from Grandpa, which is available to buy on Amazon, and I will link it in the description box below for you. This book has been written in loving memory of my dad because I think that my dad was an amazing cook. So I wanted to write down lots of his recipes and put them in a book. So in this book are my dad's recipes, a few of mine, a couple of my nan's and one of my grandfather's as well. My dad also believed that everybody should have a home and everybody should have a place to go to. So £1 from the sale of each book will go to the homeless charity Crisis. Now, on to my dad's roast chicken dinner with beer gravy. Now this recipe, as I always say, is really simple and really easy to do. And I know a lot of people think roasts are really hard and complicated, but if you get the timings right, I actually think they're really easy. My dad wasn't a great fan of chicken either, so when we had this, it was like a rare occasion, and I really enjoyed it. I remember my friend Katie came over for dinner and my dad served this to her and she walked away from the table saying, "I think I'm drunk from your dad's beer gravy." She enjoyed it, but she did think she was drunk, and my dad was like, rubbish. They had a bit of a disagreement about it because he believes that the alcohol burns off when you cook the chicken, but she felt a bit drunk, so who knows. But anyway, I thought I'd show you how to make it today. So here is how to make my dad's roast chicken dinner with beer gravy. So the first thing I'm going to do is preheat the oven to about 220 degrees. The oven is now preheating. It's been preheating for about half an hour or so, and I've just been preparing my ingredients before I put the chicken in. So I also put the baking tray into the oven as well to preheat the baking tray. But now what I'm going to do, the baking tray is very hot, but now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add some onions. So I've got one large onion and I've got 3 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to add those to the bottom of the baking tray. And then I'm going to add, it says in the book 3 to 5 sprigs of rosemary, so I'm going to add 4 in there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chicken on top of all of that. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm just going to go and wash my hands now. So the chicken is in the roasting tray, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the beer into the baking tray as well. Now this is a gluten-free beer. And it does say in the recipe 500 mils. We couldn't get 500 mils, we could only get 2 of these 330 mils. So I'm just going to use 330 mils of beer for now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some olive oil over the top. And again, I'm going to use my hands to do this. And I'm just going to rub the olive oil into the chicken. Oh, I can smell the beer now. It smells really nice. So I'm just going to rub the olive oil all over the chicken as much as I possibly can. I'm just going to go and wash my hand again. And now I'm going to sprinkle some salt over the top as well. Just a couple of pinches of salt, maybe a teaspoon or 2. And then I'm going to put some pepper on this as well. So the chicken will be well seasoned. And now I'm going to put this into the oven for about an hour and about 20 minutes or so. The chicken is cooked. It's looking lovely and golden brown right now. So what I'm going to do is just poke it with a stick with this skewer, and I'm just going to tap it a little bit just to make sure that the juices are running clear. Yeah, juices are running clear. So that chicken is cooked, so I'm going to take it out of the oven now. The chicken is out of the oven, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this from the baking tray. So I'm going to just remove the chicken completely, and I'm going to leave it to sit and rest. And the juice from this, I'm now going to pour into a small saucepan, and I'm going to try and get everything in that small saucepan as well. So I'm just going to pour this into a saucepan. In it all goes. That's lovely. And I'm going to go and put that on the hob now. I've added all of the juice from the bottom of the baking tray to a small saucepan, and I've also added in about 500 mils of chicken stock as well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more beer to that. So I'm just going to add this in while it's on the hob. And I'm going to turn the hob on. Oh, silly me. I'm going to turn this on to a very high heat. And I'm going to bring this to the boil. And I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of my homemade Tommy K. And that recipe I will put in the description box below for you. I'm just going to add this in now as well. And I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons. I put the wrong thing on. Silly me. This one I need to put on. Right, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of tasmari, which is like soya sauce. I'm gluten intolerant, so that's why I'm using tasmari, but you can use soya sauce if you want to, if you haven't got a gluten intolerance like me. And I forgot to mention that I'm also using gluten-free beer as well to make the gravy with. So I'm just going to stir this round now. And as I said, I'm going to bring this to the boil, which shouldn't take too long, and then I'm just going to leave it to simmer while I leave my chicken to rest. This has started to boil now, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the heat down, and I'm going to leave this to simmer. It's been simmering while I've left the chicken to sit and rest, and now all I'm going to do is pour it through a sieve into a jug. And thankfully that will fit. And that is my dad's beer gravy. So I just thought I'd carve a bit of this chicken and see how it tastes. Make sure it's properly cooked in the middle. Oh yeah, that's done. That looks lovely. Oh yeah. So I'm just going to try a bit of this chicken now and see how it is. Hopefully it should taste of the beer as well. Yeah, that's really good. Really nice. So that's how you make my dad's roast chicken with beer gravy, and that recipe, as I mentioned earlier, is in my new cookbook, Gifts from Grandpa, which is available to buy on Amazon, and I will link it in the description box below for you. I'll also link the recipe in the description box below too. I'm off to enjoy this with some nice roast potatoes and roast veg today, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. Do you love roast chicken with beer gravy, and have you ever made it this way? I'd love to know, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.